we made it through the Choose the News last hour, and since John is still employed, it is now time to take the leftovers out of the fridge and reheat them.
He's standing by the microwave for another edition of Choose the News.
You guys hungry?
Yeah,
I could eat.
Okay.
I could eat.
We got more news for you guys. We're not going to stop and go through the drive-thru. Remember how this works? These are the stories you didn't pick. Okay.
Right.
So remember, I gave you the choice of the Scorpion King. Remember the Scorpion King?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember? Well, guys, a rare and powerful storm has pounded southern Egypt, triggering floods that many residents there have never seen before. The area normally gets about 1 millimeter of rain a year, so the torrential downpour from this storm is literally decades worth of rain. But this has led to a new problem. The storm has unleashed hordes of scorpions.
Uh-oh.
Hospitals have treated at least 500 people for scorpion stings.
Oh, no.
And not just any scorpion, guys. The Egyptian fat-tailed scorpion is one of the deadliest scorpions in the world.
Oh, my goodness.
Like the ones in the movie The Mummy?
Yes, if it stings you, you could die within an hour.
Whoa.
And they're just now, the rain scared them all out of their hiding places. They're in people's homes.
Gosh.
Jeez.
They're all over the place.
Oh.
And there is a limited supply of the anti-venom for them, too.
Oh.
Snap.
Oh.
Just, like,
Yikes.
it's coming for Australia with the...
Exactly. Golly.
Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen scorpions, like here, like in Texas we had them, and they're
Yeah.
like maybe the
I was
size
going
of
to
a
say they're
nickel.
not that big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are like this.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Well, now I can't sleep.
Round two. Remember romance with no finance?
Yeah.
Romance with
Keeper
no
to
finance is a damn nuisance. Guys, a Connecticut woman is facing charges for allegedly stealing $600,000 from her husband. Terrible as that might be, it's the way she did it that is really bad. The man's daughter said he married Donna Marino in 2009, but police say the fraud goes all the way back to 1999 when Marino took control of his finances. I guess this is before they married. Police say she forged her husband's signature on all kinds of documents, giving her access to his money. All pretty standard stuff if you watch Dateline. But here's where it gets weird. The husband started to notice something was wrong almost immediately, 20 years ago, he noticed. But she told investigators she convinced him he had Alzheimer's disease.
That's awful.
She convinced him. So that way, it would
that's
just stop him from going to
awful.
the bank and stuff, and she could be like, oh, you just forgot that you did this.
Oh, she's a horrible, horrible
Yes.
person.
She told him that he would chase her around the house as if she was a stranger, like he didn't recognize her.
Oh
And
my
when he didn't
God.
remember it, he'd be like, well, that's because you have Alzheimer's. That's why you don't.
Oh my gosh.
This is the ultimate gaslighting. Eventually, the man's daughter convinced him that he was getting ripped off. And it was also at that point, too, that he was like, and do I have Alzheimer's? She's like, no, you don't have Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Apparently his mother had it, so this is like his greatest fear.
Okay, now that is dirty pool.
Oh.
Dirty.
Donna Marino has been charged with larceny and forgery.
And being a craptacular human.
Can you believe that? Convinced him he had Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Yeah, when that-
And his parent had it.
When she
Yeah.
passes away, that elevator's only going down.
Yes.
Come on, Karma.
Problem is, I have a feeling the money's probably gone. Right?
Yeah.
Dang it. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. Okay, remember this one. Maybe it's something he ate.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's something he ate. A 38-year-old man was taken to a Massachusetts General Hospital when he suddenly started suffering seizures, speaking gibberish, acting very bizarrely. Doctors said that he had no history of seizures and wasn't responding to typical seizure treatment. He just stared at the ceiling, like kind of catatonic. At first, doctors were stumped, but they figured out what it was. Doctors say the man had tapeworms living in his brain for years and never knew.
What?
Tapeworms in his brain. The case study was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. It says 20 years ago, the man emigrated to the U.S. from a rural part of Guatemala where these kinds of parasitic infections are common. So that means the worms and or their eggs had been in his brain for 2 decades.
Oh.
By the way, you get this from eating undercooked meat and fish that's not handled properly. Doctors say these kinds of infections are very rare in the U.S., if that helps you out, but they have been seen in New York, Texas, and Southern California.
Now, Let me just take this opportunity as a vegetarian of over 20 years. We haven't heard any stories about anybody that's vegetarian or vegan having any type of situations eating bats and whatever else.
Well, this is.
I'm just saying, y'all might want to put the flesh down. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying you guys could use this as your marketing campaign.
Seriously. Listen, the saving your heart health is not working. We need to use that story.
Look, they've been squatting in his head for 2 decades.
Ooh,
They own that head now. That's
they
theirs.
do.
Yeah. I don't know why, but the 2-decade part makes it worse
Oh.
for me.
So bad.
Just in there. Just.
Huh. John.
And
Thanks.
the fact that he was just like staring at the ceiling like this, like after they treated him. It's all very bizarre. I feel like there's a screenplay in here somewhere. Give me about 25, 30 years, I'll have it done.
Do something with that, Pixar.
Yeah.